Is mad that they nachos. Shout out my vatos. Shout out the hoes that's watching me like my vatos. Click, on them.
Let's get it going. So listen, this is your boy LeBron, female rapidly. I'm back with another. This is gonna be a quick episode because I got something that I really got to do. So I'm telling you, give me 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna have to just get this shit out because listen, let me tell you something. So you see what's in the title: Nicki Minaj mixed in Dramw. I need to edit that. Dramw with JT and Asian Doll over JT praising Nicki. Now listen, I know it's a lot of you fans. You know what? I had a realization like this for the past 2 days. You know what I said to myself? It's a lot of people, and I get that y'all happy for JT. And you know, I think I understand, like, you know, the situation fully. She's a pretty dark-skinned girl, and you guys just want the best for her, right? Yeah, I get it, right? But first things first, when it comes to me with JT, I don't really like her music at all. Never did, never really liked anything that they did. I know that a lot of y'all have this, and it's like, I think it's the culture with female rap now. It's like, you know, and I have to realize that, like, I'm from a completely different time, you know, than y'all. Most of y'all are probably like 10 years older than you, unless you like in your 30s, mid 30s, or, you know, early 40s. Like, I'm probably 10 years older than you. I come from a time when it's one and done, when it's just like, if it's whack, it's whack. If it's good, it's good. If it's potential there, it's potential there. I personally, and I was talking about this the other day, like when I was talking about Trina. Trina has never been like, Trina has some iconic moments for female rap. For me, being a New Yorker, she had iconic moments. Yes, she did, but it's iconic on whatever level that was on. But Trina was never in the conversations about who's the best female rapper. Foxy Brown, Little Kim. And believe it or not, even though a lot of you don't give her credit, a lot of niggas like, and listen, let's be clear. You might be a female rap fan via Nicki Minaj, like Remy Ma coming up. She gave her shit. She, you know, she went to her party earlier on when she was coming through. Remy was respected. Her pen is respected. She gets it in. She go crazy. You understand what I'm saying? You might not be able to see that because you don't think that she's commercially, whatever the case may be. But I think growing up, and I've seen it firsthand. So we respect that. So you even seen Nicki even say, who's the best MC, Foxy, Kim, and Rem, or Foxy, Kim, and what did she say? She said something like that, or whatever the case may be. Yes, the pen game is highly regarded. I've never seen a Trina be mixed into that, and the reason why I say that is that JT, yeah, I see why some of y'all could like her. You know, maybe it's the beauty, maybe it's the style and shit like that. But to me, it always takes a little bit more than that. Like it takes more than that. And I don't really like the music. And I'm not going to lie. It's just like I get caught up on that posting, yeah, pussy. It's like y'all hear one rap. It's like that shit was how old? It's like it took you long enough to come out with that shit. That shit better been crazy. It better been. And to be honest with you, this is why, like, I like to have different audience or different things that I coincide with, like listening to battle rap and shit like that. Like, I'm a huge battle rap fan, even when it comes to the female rappers in battle rap. And this is why, when you think about it, I'm not trying to be funny. Nicki's bars are highly regarded because she has competitive bars. Her bars are not bullshit. And when I listen to battle rap and I listen to the dope MCs and the ladies over there, Nicki be spitting some hot shit. She don't just throw some shit together, just some cute little shit that just, you know, some shit like that. And a lot of y'all be impressed over bullshit, just to be honest with you. Y'all be impressed. And let me just say this too. I just want to also say, you know what I think the biggest issue that is with me and why I came to a realization the other day. Now listen, this artist I'm about to say, y'all know that I'm very critical of her, especially with the fucked up shit that she tried to do and say like against like Nicki, you know, especially in support of Cardi B. But Azealia Banks, right? She had a lot of good music that I liked. And when I seen all of y'all clobbering and, you know, gushing over JT, it made me think the other day, like, why am I not listening to her music? Because all it takes is an apology for it's like, what is this shit really about anyway? You know, this might sound like a lot, but I had to realize that like all it takes is an apology for somebody to just be able to get like and to gain support from you. That's all it takes, right? Well, in my mind, JT said that she wanted Cardi B, and I said that listen, and I've made a post about this on my Twitter, and people come under my comments. You know, some of them be talking shit, whatever the case may be. But some people don't truly know. JT said out of her mouth that she can't wait for Cardi B to take over. I understand that Nicki can forgive her, whatever the case may be. First and foremost, that's why I don't like her. That's why I gave you the build up in the beginning about not liking the music. Like, yeah, Nicki can forgive her. And you know what they also say? God will make your enemies your footstool. So to Nicki, it's all funny, right? To Nicki, it is all funny. I'm pretty sure it is. It's like, come on. Let me tell you something. If the City Girls had came out and they were 3 times platinum, selling bitches, streaming, where did all this humble shit come from? And when did you realize, JT, that it was so hard? I didn't realize how I got in it. So that means you ain't like her standing outside of it. Let's keep this shit a fucking stack. A lot of y'all just be so quick to boost and support, but obviously, I think y'all some online supporters because it didn't look like y'all showed up in them numbers. And a lot of y'all is mad. It's a lot of Nicki fans who understand where I'm coming from, and it's a lot of y'all who really just be gun-ho JT, whatever the case may be. You can do what you want to do, right? I think that with being an adult and understanding, see, like just to give you some tips too to like how to like converse and to understand conversation. A person doesn't have to agree with you at all, as long as there's some sort of respect within the conversation and the banter. That's cool. You lose people when you're trying to force your opinion on them. I'm not trying to force my opinion on nobody. I just happen to have a channel that I talk to and people listen, and you know, a lot of y'all might get into the comments and say you disagree with me or whatever the case may be. That's okay, right? But what I'm telling you is that for a person to say, this is the same person who did say shit about Beyonce's child too. It's just you want to hold other people accountable for saying shit. This is the same person who said, I can't wait for Cardi B to take over. She said that out her mouth. Now, I understand a person can apologize, right? Let me tell you this. I'm not a perfect person. I've done shit. One of my friends is probably listening now that I be getting into what they ask and we be going back and forth for shit like that. I'm not a perfect person, right? But it's certain shit that I don't say because I feel like this, right? And it's not, I don't even think this has anything to do with being emotionally intelligent. I just think it shows your character. For you to say that you want this illiterate non-black bitch to come and take over and years later you're sorry and you didn't realize how hard it took. What made you realize how hard it was when you seen them fucking record sales and how the streams be streaming? What made you fucking realize that? Now all of y'all want to take this shit like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Listen, as a commentator and people who do commentary, right, they have the right to say what they want to too. I just think that there's different levels to things that you can say about a person. Even the people who I've had personal conversations with behind the scenes about certain things that I may not like or whatever the case may be. Ask yourself this if you listen to my videos. If I've ever voiced something to you, when have you ever seen me switch sidey and be on some funny shit? That's not in my character. It's not. I feel like once you release certain shit into the universe, you got to stand on that shit. You got to stand on it. And I understand that people are like, oh, Nicki is watching everything closely. You know, JT apologize or whatever the case may be. Yeah, she can apologize. That's Nicki's. That apology is for JT and Nicki. It's not for me. And you want to know this too? This recent person who I seen that was embroiled into some Nicki drama. Let me tell you, I be peeping how people be so fake. Because you have to realize this, right? You know how y'all in my chat, it's like this is a small community, and I keep eyes on a lot of shit. I see people who fuck with certain people and shit like that, right? I remember it was this girl who was recently involved in some drama, and she used to talk so much shit about this one female blogger, but it didn't take until this one female blogger said how she supported her, and suddenly all her grievances went away. To me, that's fake because if you didn't like a person, it took another person to kind of like to spank you to say that she liked them, and then all of a sudden you're supporting. But what happened to all your grievances that you had? That's fake to me. I'm sorry. The way what you get, what you hear from me, and what I portray is what it is. Like I'm not changing for nobody. I'm not moving oppie. If I don't like you, if I don't feel like the energy is right, I'm gonna create that distance, point blank. Like if I see certain shit or if I feel certain things or if I see how you move, I'm gonna disassociate. You understand what I'm saying? But some people they tuck their tail. Whatever one person says, it's just like if you know Nicki, yes, that's cool. That's for Nicki and JT. That don't got nothing to do with me. So you mean to tell me that just because Nicki could have forgave JT, that I'm supposed to just erase from my mind that she wanted Cardi to take over? I don't give a fuck how many years ago it was. She said it. She said it. She said it. I don't care. You could take it and process it whatever way that you want to. You could give JT grace and all of that. And listen, the thing about it is, the interesting thing about it is, I don't hate JT at all. I'm not a fan of the music. And I do think that is some bullshit in regards to you're so listen, it is what it is. So I understand a lot of y'all shower her and y'all cover her because you feel like she should go solo and all of this. Listen, is the what did y'all feel about that new album? Huh? What did you feel about the new album? Did you what? What about it? Like I be just feeling like people just be saying anything. Like do what you want, support who you want, but understand that different people with different platforms is going to have different points of views and different opinions. So I want to bring this up first from the neighborhood talk since it's we on some hot and ready little Caesar shit because I'm really about to get up out of here in like 10 minutes. But I just want to bring this up. So let me see something. All right. Let me pause this too. All right. So, Asian doll shades JT after JT speaks. Some people saying she dick eats Nicki. You look like a dick riding bitch. We all see it. Ooh, not Asian. Asian and listen, let me tell you this too. I feel like when it came to Asian doll, she grew impatient with trying to get a collaboration with Nicki. But you have to realize certain business things have to be right in the background for shit to roll smoothly. It's like, okay, you can get and I said this back then, you can get a Nicki Minaj collaboration, but do you have the proper label to set up to fund it, to get you the radio play, or to do certain things, or to just put certain pieces to the puzzle together? Do you have that? You know what I'm saying? And I felt like Asian Doll kind of lacked that. So I think she grew impatient by seeing Nicki. And listen, let me tell you this too. Remember when Erica Banks said that she felt like Nicki was collaborating with female rappers who she thought was whack? Basically, she was dissing Bia, right? She felt like she was collaborating with whack ones. Or was it after Coi Leray got the request too? I mean, did that Erica Banks shit come out after Coi Leray was confirmed with a Nicki collab? I can't remember which one it was. But let me tell you something, right? You have your trusted, vetted sources of people who you do speak to behind the scenes. I just felt like those conversations should have not came to the front line. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can have a way that you feel, but I think the emotional intelligence aspect of it comes into where you say that you have no control over a person. Nicki can collaborate with whoever she wants to. She gave Ice Spice 2 collaborations. Yeah, she can do whatever she wants to. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I want to Jones with you on the phone and be like, damn, like this bitch Ice Spice, she got 2 collaborations. I don't know. I just don't feel like she one of them ones like that. I'm entitled to my own opinion. But when you come out and you want to spill it on the internet and look, that looks like you have ownership and you trying to have some sort of like, like ownership over Nicki. So I felt like with Asian, she went wrong with that personally. Right. So anyway, let's listen to this what JT said in regards to JT on people saying she's dick eating for supporting Nicki Minaj. They not going to see Nicki Minaj and not bow down. Similar to what you doing right now. Similar to when you came into the game and you was with QC and you was saying what you said and you was, Young Miami even said. So if you want to be honest, let's be completely frank. Let's be completely frank. What makes Young Miami different from JT? She said City Girls is Team Cardi, right? She said that. But JT literally said, I can't wait for Cardi to take over. I want y'all motherfuckers to pick. And this is why I said, you know what? Me in the gym, you know what I love to listen to in the gym? I like to listen to my Nicki, to my Pop Nicki, or whatever rap songs I like to listen to. And I like to listen to Rihanna. I like to listen to Beyonce. And I love to listen to Azealia Banks. So I said, you know what? Why am I? You know what? I put her on the outskirts for a minute. But you know what? If y'all motherfuckers could sit up here and give JT a pass, a lot of y'all still celebrate and listen to R. Kelly's music too. Guess what? I can listen to Azealia Banks. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And maybe that was my fault for even saying like, I'm not listening to this or whatever because I'm the moving part of whatever that comes from my way. You know what I'm saying? But I had to think about and put all this shit into perspective. If these motherfuckers are just saying anything and you guys are riding on it, why the fuck am I stopping? Listen, we in this existence for one time. Just like I know within this chat, there's people in this chat who listen to Megan Thee Stallion. There's people and they might not say it or whatever, but the difference about me is I'm going to say it. Like, it's not really anybody's business, but I started listening to Azealia Banks. I know that there's people in this chat who probably listen to Cardi too. I know it is. It can't be. I'm telling you, there's no way that a video could get 4,000 views and everybody is the same as you. It's not. It's some people who listen and even be haters in the comments. You know that they do. A lot of people. So it's like, I'm not faking no funk with no. I just thought about that, like, just even for the past few days, I'm just like, what is this really all about? If people could just get over and just, I'm sorry, even though I wanted a non-speaking, illiterate, non-rapping bitch to come and take your spot. What I really want to know is, and it's probably out of my space. But what made you make that comment about Nicki? And you know, I don't even want to get into it and playing that audio from back then because it's just going to go into a deeper like dive shit and that I really don't want to get into. But can some of y'all educate me on that? What made at that point? What made JT make that comment saying that she wanted Cardi to take over? Yeah, what made her say that? Now, I have nothing against people making up at all. Like I said, this is between JT and Nicki. And like I said before, and I actually think this is funny once I started thinking about it today, God will make your enemies your footstools. Guess what? Cardi didn't take over. Nicki is still relevant, and you're the fucking joke. Why would you, as a female rapper who's trying to strive and survive, why wouldn't you say that I can't wait until I take over? Because you didn't think that you had what it takes? Huh? You don't think that you have what it takes? That's why you put it on another non-black. You listen, a dark-skinned black woman said that she can't wait until this. And this is why a lot of y'all going crazy in my comments on Twitter. I know that y'all cheerleading JT right now. I get it. I understand, baby, but I'm not you. And you need to understand how to respect somebody's opinion without trying to force them, because I'm not just going to turn around just because you saying, oh, Nicki forgave her. Oh, you need to go. You need to get on, whatever. This is commentary. You already know how it is. Like, female rap is a big thing. A lot of different channels and a lot of different people do great. A lot of people do great commentary on female rap. A lot of people have varying opinions and, you know, things like that. This is my opinion personally. I'm sorry. What made, I want to know, you know what, maybe I should do that after I get done with what I'm doing. I need to look, maybe I should look into that audio. What was the what was the breaking point for JT to even say that? Was it just that she didn't like Nicki? What was it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's interesting to me. I really want to know. So anyway, and if you see when I wrote under here, I said clock her T, no lies, and Asian used to do the same. Well, Asian did show Nicki a lot of love too, and I think, like I said, she got upset when things didn't go her way. So anyway, let's listen to this audio to see what JT said. I know a lot of you already heard
like
this.
if Nicki Minaj walk up and say any bitch in the comments saying I'm eating dick, anything, they're gonna bow down. This internet shit is not real. Like these bitches on the internet just talking behind a screen. They not going to see.
Oh, and ain't this so funny that she's a motherfucking spokesperson now? Oh my God. Listen, I don't mean to be difficult. I don't mean to, you know, revisit things, but you know what? Let me tell you this, right? A person could say multiple things like to me and about me, but it's like once you go to a certain level or whatever, the conversation is over. Like, I was having a conversation with somebody online yesterday about this whole thing, and then they just started to try to like insult and be like, and I said something about like, oh, um I said something about like JT is doing charity or something. Nicki is doing charity for JT or whatever. And then the person mentioned like, oh, you mean like you and your mother? Now, with me, without being disrespectful or anything like that, with me knowing what my mother gets in her pension from her job that she worked 40 something years, I know that she's probably doing better than you with her retirement and everything on top of that. And once I realized that the conversation went that way, it's like, you don't want to argue. You just want to try to insult, and you can't shit on me at all. You can't, because you don't know what's going on over here. Trust me, I can guarantee you, as a working 40 hours a week individual, that you don't bring in more money than my mom, who's retired. You know what I'm saying? Shit get goofy with people because they can't argue with the conversation at hand. Then you got to get blocked because you stupid. You stupid. Listen, I don't know what you thought. I don't know. Listen, I understand there's multiple people who open up microphones and talk and shit like that, but I'm not one of them ones. I'm not. I'm not. Even when my shit was monetized, I know I got shit going on for real. Like, you know, and shout out to all of the people who do make a living and able to do it like that. But a lot of people try to talk down on you when you do videos and shit like that because they think that they know your life. You don't know my life. You don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing is so crazy is that people be so quick to bring up your mother. I guarantee, what is your mother doing? What is she doing? What's she making? Huh? Because I can guarantee you on full retirement pension plus retirement savings, because listen, what? And I even hate having to go there with people, but stop this shit. Like, a lot of people just be mad and y'all be talking shit and you really don't even got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Trust me, I'm not one of them ones. I'm not your, listen. And a lot of people, they want to say this too. Listen, you like Nicki Minaj, right? Nicki turned 40 this year. I turned 40 this year, whatever. So if you saying some shit about ageism or whatever, and listen, I want to say this as well. I live a very carefree lifestyle. I do whatever the fuck I want to. I am not your old ran down uncle who's you know, I'm not him. I'm not. I know that you probably look at some of the failures in your family. I'm not them. All right. We different. We different. All right. We not no. We not. And I've been on some shit. So don't even. I don't know what you thinking or what. I don't know what it is, but you got to bring these bitches back to shore sometimes. Anyway, let's finish this up.
See Nicki Minaj and not bow down. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, please. It's like, I don't care. I don't care.
Real.
And I know this gonna be like everywhere. And that's why I really hate when I have to go deep into that, because it just make people mad. And I don't know why I make people so mad. Like, that shit make me mad. It make people mad. Like, let people do what they want to do. Let people support who they want to support. If it's female unity, if it's female all of that, then what's the problem when it comes to Nicki Minaj? Like, please.
I think a lot of people do support Nicki. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do support her. You do have people who watch and sit back and see certain shit that people do, and they make comments on it. Like, you know, Asia said, you bitches should have shown genuine love years ago. I mean, let's be honest. Does Asian have a point there? Was JT
Support black people.
Hold on. Was JT showing genuine love before? I know that we all could say it before or after, but listen, let me tell you something. I feel a certain, listen, and this is real talk. I hope that you can understand something. Like, I could feel a certain way about a different person or a different blogger or whatever the case may be. The point is, when do you ever hear me give it up like that in here? Because you want to know why? When you do and say certain shit about people publicly, and you try to and you just try to like disrespect them, depending on how weak the person is, they might just take your apology and come back from it. I know that I don't operate like that though. So if I know that I don't like that for myself, I'm not going to do that to other people. I have the right to feel a certain type of way towards anybody. You understand what I'm saying? But it's about the energy that you put outward. Listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people have been through things in their life, and this is nothing against anybody who's been like abused or anything. I had to realize when I grew up that I was raised in a household that we talk shit a lot. And it didn't take me till I met one of my friends older. It's like, yo, you talk mad shit. And I had to like really reflect, like, yeah, I do talk mad shit, because that's just the culture that I grew up with. But it's like, I wasn't like abused or anything like that. Thank God that nothing like that happened to me. But what I realize is that a lot of people who've been in those situations where people have abused them and they have done things to you that you're forgiving so easily, to when people just, oh, I'm sorry. And then it's just like they do that shit again, or you're just like, nah. To me, I really try to look at it from a long ways. Like, nah, like I don't want to treat people the way that I do. If I know that I have an issue with somebody and I know that you have an issue with them too, I'm not connecting with you on some shit like that, because you might be messy. And I don't want to appear in that I don't want to appear in the fragment, the equation, or anything. I don't, and the thing about it is that I may never connect with said person again. But the fact is about, to me, how it looks and the thought process and everything behind movement is very important to me. And a lot of people don't realize that, but to me, it is important. So I don't know. So Asian Doll, she said what she said. JT got up here saying that people, you know, they did whatever. I just feel like the whole shit is stupid. I honestly, at the end of the day, Nicki has the right to affiliate with and support who she wants to. Of course, JT could say she didn't realize how hard it was. Yeah. Listen, I want to read some of the comments from y'all talking about, because I'm about to move on real fast. Talk about this Ice Spice shit in New York City. You know what? Let me say this too before I read the comments. I appreciate like a lot of the black women who I listen to, and it's like, because I can see things one way, and then I'm always open to reflecting into growth and everything. And I remember one of my friends, she said to me, she said, a woman should never listen to a man when it comes to dressing and like, fashion tips. She said a man will have you out there looking like a slut, looking like a hoe on a date or whatever. And I had to realize, like, you know what? That is some truth, because when I was on Twitter last night, I see somebody and they was just like, and listen, nothing against this person, but they posted a video of Ice Spice on stage pulling her fucking skirt down, trying to pull it over her ass, even though it was no way to cover it. And they was like, Ice Spice exudes sexuality or like some shit like that to me. And I said to myself, no, it's nothing wrong with her costume that she had on, but I don't think that it was something that she should have performed. And that's just me personally, especially with the way that she's trying to pull it down in the back. Like, I don't know if she had something under it that was supposed to make it look like her bare ass was showing. Was that tights, like skin, like flesh colored tights or some shit? I don't know. But what I will say is that a lot of shit dawns on me that I hear from like not just anybody, but just like the potent female commentary and the commentators, because it made me realize if that was Sexy Red or if that was Sukiyana or like, you know, and this is nothing against Ice Spice, if this was any other female rapper or black woman, it's like, what would y'all have said about her with her ass out there like that? People ate that shit up. And you know what I do sometimes? I implore you to do this. Just sit back and see what people are saying on Twitter sometimes and see what they're commenting on and see what they're. It's kind of sickening to me because it's like if that was any other person, they would have ate their ass up like, oh, she's trash, she's classless, she's hoary. Like it would have been a whole. Listen, it would have been a lot. So nothing against Ice Spice. She gonna do whatever she want to, and people gonna eat it up, you know, whatever. But I don't know. I just felt like even the performance was just a little dry to me, in my own personal opinion. Um, yes. See, they would have ate that shit. Listen, Ice Spice, I was embarrassed for her. Ice Spice, I was embarrassed for her. She got to do better with these outfits. And then the performance just seemed dry too. Like, I don't know. The performance seemed dry to me. But you know, well wishes and everything to her. I just like sit back and I just like to see, like, don't use Twitter as a dumping zone just to leave your comments. Really see, and you want to know this? I'm telling you this, right? I use Twitter as a way to see how a person thinks and you know how they proceed about shit. Like, say I'm interested in a person, right? And then I go to their page, all they talk about is sex. And then you can easily go through their likes and see the type of shit. Now, you might think that this is crazy, but I think Twitter is actually a cheat code. You can just see what the person is into, how they think about things. To me, it's dope as fuck. Right, especially if you could find somebody Twitter and they don't even know that you following them, you could just see how they think, how simple minded they are, or you know. And that shit just popped into my mind when I seen that guy commenting on Ice Spice, and my friend, she was just like, you know what? I do believe that because I might have even given advice to a girl about like, I think you should wear this, or if they ask me a question, and it probably could have been like some slutty shit or something that I seen on one of my favorite female rappers who really wearing it for like stage wear or some shit like that, right? Like I never forget it, like when Nicki performed Chung Lee at the BET Awards and she had what she had on. And I remember like somebody in my family, they was just like, why did she have that on? She was showing her ass or whatever. Mind you, this person is still a Nicki fan though. But I remember her commentary because she was trying to champion on Cardi as well. She was trying to champion on Cardi so bad that I remember I went to visit her one time and all of the Nicki songs that came on in the car, it was like she was cutting the verses or playing the only like she would play dipped with Tyga, but she would never play the Nicki part. So when it got up to the Nicki part, I could feel her looking at me through the corner of her eye. Like it's like I don't like when people do shit like that. She would do a couple of things like that, but she gave Nicki her tens when she performed at the VMAs for The Last Time I Saw You and then the Big Difference. So it's like, yeah. But in the moment when Nicki performed Chung Lee, and y'all remember when she was crawling on the stage and stuff and shit like that, I like that performance. But she said, what has she got? I'm done with Nicki. She over. I remember her saying that. I remember her saying that. You know what? You know what? Let me say this, right? You know why I was like, yo, I'm still gonna listen to Azealia Banks. And when I think about Azealia Banks and I think of Nicki, right? This is one of the things that I truly believe, and I want you to understand this too. There's a lot of female rappers in these game. These bitches rap. They only rap. They're not musicians. Nicki Minaj, and you understand what I'm saying. Nicki Minaj is a musician. Azealia Banks, even if you don't like her personally, she's a musician. She approaches everything like a songwriter. When I hear something like JT, she's a rapper. Young Miami, she's a rapper. They don't got no musician vibes. And if you don't get it, then you don't get it. But I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I know why there is a longevity with Nicki Minaj is because she's not just a female rapper. She gets it. She knows her sounds. She don't got to wait for the ball sack of another nigga to come bring back songs. And then she's unsure about it. It's like, you know, I don't like any of the songs I did. Like, you know what person says some shit like that. I don't know. I just feel like I don't like anything. When you're a musician, you know how to create music. You know what sound you want. You know what sound you're chasing. It's too many of these bitches in this game who is just rappers and they got niggas writing for them too. And they just trying to exist for a Birkin bag or exist for whatever accoutrements that they want to surface with. That's all they want to do. That's it. I need you to understand the difference from artist and rapper. Nicki is an artist. Nicki is a musician. Azealia Banks, she's a rapper, she's a musician too. Her sounds, everything. Like, yo, I was like, yo, when I'm in the gym, I love listening to that broke with expensive taste. I mean, if she apologized to Nicki again, would y'all eat her up like JT? Would you? I mean, she said shit about Cardi too, and would y'all eat it up too? What's the difference? Like, what is this shit really all about? Like, what is it all about? What is it all about? Like, now you got the one who sold 6K. Now she's so humble. She's so humble. And oh, I didn't know it was gonna take this. I didn't know it was this hard. Now she could say that and leave that disclaimer, and now y'all eat that shit up like it's the best damn thing. Like, y'all eat that shit up like it's some sizzling fajitas coming out. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You can eat it up. You can do whatever you want to, but what you're going to learn from me is that from platform to platform, different people, they have different conversations and they talk about things from different points of views. Me, I'm more so all about respect. Just like it was this person, I don't even know why they keep following me, and you know who you are. I just blocked your ass on Twitter. This person been blocked on my YouTube page for 2 years because they will always get into my comments telling me about my titles, always get on my comments talking about, why are you talking about your personal life in your videos or whatever, or why are you telling us this and that? This is my motherfucking channel. I'm gonna do what I want to. And why the fuck are you fucking finding me on Twitter after you've been blocked for 2 years? Like, let me tell you something. I've said shit to people and they block me. I don't go around and try to refine you or anything like that. Now, if you reach out to me and you unblock me, then that's that. That's different. But you're stalking at that point. It's like, if you find a commentator that you don't, if you find somebody who does commentary and you don't like them, you move on. You're obsessed. You obsessed. I don't know what the fuck it is with these people. Like, you obsessed. That shit is crazy to me. It's crazy. So yeah. To wrap up that Ice Spice shit, yeah, do your thing. I don't have any qualm against Ice Spice or anything like that, but I see it for what it is, and it makes me realize, like, even though I support Ice Spice, I streamed her music and shit like that. Did I buy it? No, I didn't buy her album or anything. But I mean, we're in a streaming era, right? I don't support anybody really except for like Foxy Brown, Nicki Minaj. I will buy Jay-Z's album. I will buy Beyonce's albums when it comes out and shit like that. I only support certain people monetarily. When they drop singles, I gotta buy it and stream it. And it's certain people who get that. Certain people, you streaming era. Like, I'm gonna stream you. Like London Hill, I support her and she's a new artist, so I'm gonna buy her stuff and I'm gonna stream it too. So certain people get that from me. Certain people don't get that from me. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So but yeah, I do feel like Ice Spice gets passes and shit like that. If that was Sukiyana, the internet would have dragged her ass. They would have dragged her, like, why this bitch got her ass out? And I told y'all the story about how my cousin was talking about Nicki when she performed. What did Nicki wear in that Chun-Li performance? Was it like a bathing suit or something? Or was it like a little skirt? And then she had bent over. I liked that shit when she did that shit when she was performing Rich Sex. She looked cute. And I liked how her hair looked and everything. I liked the whole look of it all. But there were people who were eating her up, and then these same people will look at Ice Spice and be like, oh, she's so sexy. She did. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Again, this is my opinion. This is only one channel. Go to a channel who gives you the views and, who gives you that comfort. But I'm always going to say how I feel from a raw place. You might not like it, but if you don't like it, you don't have to come back. That's just it. Point blank. So let me scroll down before I talk about Megan Thee Stallion. And Megan Thee Stallion, she's another one. I think that from what I heard in the past from her, like, I felt like she was a good rapper, a difference from like Southern female rappers. Like, because again, coming up, even like, I know some people who like Jackie O and like Trina. Like, Trina has some cute lyrics here and there. Like on her first album when she had that, see, I don't need man nigga jocking me, slow me down and stopping me. But it wasn't no shit that I was seeking out. Somebody played it to me and I was like, oh, that is okay. But I don't seek that out. When I'm seeking out rap music, I'm seeking out Foxy Brown. I might play some old Little Kim songs. Eve got some songs that I might play here and there. I've never been really a big Missy fan, to be honest with you. I haven't. And I remember like years ago when Missy performed at the Super Bowl, she said, anybody who bought my discounted album on iTunes, I will follow you. So her shit was like $4 and I bought it and she followed me, right? So that was the only time. I'm telling you, I couldn't, if you want me to give you some fresh information on some real realness and in my scope, I remember that we used to get paid every 2 weeks when I was younger working at this nursing home. We went to the music store after work. We got our check. My friend mother, rest in peace to her, she brought us to get our check, and then we hit the avenue with all of the music stores. My friend went into the store. I bought a Source magazine. She bought a Source magazine, but she also bought Missy Elliott's The Real World. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, why would you buy a Missy album? But she liked Missy. But just to me, Missy has never appealed to me to the point that I wanted to buy her album at all. And you know, back then you had to buy albums to get all of the songs. I just was not interested. I just was like, why would you buy a Missy album? Like, why would you buy a Missy album? Like, you know? But yo, those were the good old days. I'll never forget when Trina dropped this album. And we was on the Foxy Brown page, and there was a Trina fan on there. He actually had a Trina site too. He was like, "Oh my God, guys, you never know." This was early 2000. He was like, "You don't understand what I just went to going to the store." He said, "I went to the store to buy Trina's album. I think it was the album where she had that Ludacris song, Everything Gonna Be All Right." And they was like, it was a person in the store trying to tell me why I shouldn't buy her album. That shit was crazy. I thought that shit was so funny. It was like they was trying to give me every reason as to why I shouldn't buy Trina's album. I was like, damn, let her get her little 30,000, because that's what she was selling back then, 30,000. So yeah. So yes, Megan can rap. Yeah. So I appreciate that from a Southern artist. No lie. Even though I feel like a lot of her punchlines is weak and a lot of her metaphors is weak, they're weak. And I like Nicki. And it's like, if you understood and liked female battle rap, you will understand why Nicki is good and she's been in the bar and she's doing, because she don't spit simple shit. And that's why I love her. You know, a lot of these bitches spit simple shit, and a lot of them are not musicians. They just artists just trying to put cute lines together and try to do videos and shit like that. So Megan Thee Stallion, Cobra. Immediately when I seen it announced the other day, I felt like it was on some hold on a second. Give me a second. Oh man. I kind of overstayed my time, but I'm getting ready to leave in a second. Give me one moment. In my personal opinion, I don't know why she didn't come out with Cobra before she would even do bongos. And Megan, you know what? You kind of busted your nut. You popped your cherry on the scene with Cardi. So what was the point of that? Do you think she's gonna share your new song? Because you basically abandoned her shit. I mean, Cardi is so insecure, she'll probably share it anyway. But so Cobra 11-3, a Hot Girl production, pre-save now, hotties. 1 day ago. I don't know. I got an Anaconda vibe, like when I seen it anyways, like Cobra, Anaconda. So an action by Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know. What do y'all feel about that? Like, I'm definitely going to spin it to see what it sounds like. Maybe because now I don't have premium YouTube. I'm definitely going to see what it sounds like, of course. Like, you know, because it just comment on it. But I don't know. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, she squandered her moment. She gave Cardi B her moment. Hold on a second. She gave Cardi B her moment. They came out with bongos. That song is struggling to even survive. $2 million budget, all this choreograph, all this choreography, whatever. All of this for what? You let her bust a nut on the scene. You let her use your moment. Girl, give us a little 15-second snippet or something, and we miss you. We deserve it. What are y'all expecting from Megan Thee Stallion on this record? You think that she's gonna do numbers? You think it's not spinning? F Megan, I hate what she did to Tori. I hate what she did to Nicki too. Me and my homeboy, yo, it was so crazy. I'm gonna have to talk about that another time. But yeah, I gotta wrap this up because I gotta get my shit together. I posted a picture of Megan the Snake and Megan the Snake. Oh, it went by too quick. If you got to keep talking about your coochie, you are not a good rapper to me. Yeah. And that's the issue. And, you know, that's the missing point with a lot of these girls. They're not musicians. They're just rappers. And they just come and put lines together and shit like that. So I think that's a missing point with all of them. Like Nicki has a no. She doesn't have to wait for a man to come and bring something like, oh, I think this is a good idea. She can actually listen and be like, oh, I'll create my own melodies. I'll do it. And I'm telling you, above her genius and her connection with her fans and her bars and everything like that, it's the culmination and it's the formula that you can't get. It's like you can try to hire people and try to do shit and try to get shit together, but it's not going to be the same if you are not the musician. Just like they said about Beyonce. They said that she used to study musical, like knowing notes and shit like that, like everything. Like she's engulfed in everything in regards to her career. She's in the know all and the be all of everything. You can't last in this industry that long if you're not. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And you're gonna let motherfuckers spoon feed you shit and tell you that this is the best thing to go with. Like, who gassed Cardi up to tell her that she should have went with bongos? Who told her that? Like, but see, when you're unable to make clear decisions as a musician, you're not a musician. You're not. You're just a rapper that they threw together. I wouldn't even give you that. Like, you're just somebody who they put together. Like, and then unfortunately, you trying to exist in this world. Now, Megan, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just don't really see it for her like that. Honestly, I just really don't. But I'm gonna see what this song sounds like for sure. Besides the stealing she do, let's see. Besides stealing she do, exactly. What sets her apart from the others? That's why I get so annoyed with the comparisons. Yeah. That's why I want to know, what is it that y'all love so bad about JT? Is it because she's a beautiful chocolate dark skinned girl and she got big, nice lips, and that, she has a nice fashion and shit like that? What is it that y'all really like about her? Because she's not really that crazy. Let's be honest. Like, I'm tired of motherfuckers faking the fizzle. Stop. Like, what is amazing about the music? What is it? Anyway, so listen, I'm about to get up out of here. This is a little 50-minute live. I hope y'all all have a blessed day. I might come back later if I want to. She's done like dinner. Damn. It flopped. Now all of a sudden you so motherfucking humble. You so humble, and now you like Nicki because you realize how hard it was after you seen them damn record sales. Now you realize how hard it was, and now everybody is Team JT. Do what you want to do, but I'm gonna do what I want to do too, and I'm gonna say what I want to say as well. Do what you want to do, honestly, because like I said, I had an epiphany the other day, and I said I like when I'm in the gym and I can listen to like Azealia Banks broke with expensive taste. Her music has a lot of energy, and I like to listen to it while I'm working out. Nobody's going to take that away from me. People going to do whatever they want to do. You're going to play your R. Kelly. You're going to do that. Now, one thing I won't do, though, is I won't force that on you because I realize who my audience is. So I'm not going to come on the channel and play it. Maybe I won't play it like in a focused video where I'm speaking about Nicki. Maybe I'll play it if I'm doing like a music jam session or some shit like that. But I understand my audience too. But no, like, what is the point? Like, y'all playing, y'all streaming JT. Obviously, you ain't streaming her enough. Obviously, y'all ain't buy that album enough. So what it is, like, is this just some online Twitter shit that y'all love warring with and y'all not really buying the music? Like, what the fuck is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Let's see. She talented, but her personality is trash. But listen, I really want to know that. This is my last question I'm going to leave y'all with. What makes JT different than Young Miami? What makes her different? They both said things about Cardi and Nicki. So, oh, City Girls Team Cardi. She said that. She said that firmly. City Girls Team Cardi. Per Young Miami. JT, I can't wait for Cardi to take over. That to me, you want to know how I take things a little too far in my mind? If you told me that you can't wait for somebody to take over and related to my job, that makes me feel like you want me to be out the game. That means that you fucking with my money. What Precious, what that was saying, Precious? You fucking with my man. You fucking with my money. Yeah. You fucking with my money. That means to me that you wanted me to be obsolete. Oh, I know Nicki had to sleep on that, but you know what? Nicki is so blessed that I doubt that she even let that penetrate that deep. Maybe they did have a conversation about the scenes because to me, if I'm going to come back to you and even consider it, I want to ask you that face to face. Why did you say that you wanted this person to replace me or you couldn't wait till she took over? What brung you to that emotion? Because that's going to be the drawing point to me. Like, what made you feel that way? What did I do? Was I just existing? Were you mad that, the day that I posted and opened up the Chanel bags, that made a lot of people mad when Nicki was opening up them gifts and shit. Like, what moment brought you to say that about me? Like, what was it? And your answer and your body language is going to be telling on how I'm going to proceed with your ass after. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But anyway, y'all, I really do got to go. I could care less about none of these girls. Nothing. They the same to me. Thank you. Young Miami is like nails on a chalkboard. Is it because her music sound trash? Is it that? But technically, they both said that. If you want to be honest, JT, Young Miami, and JT, Young Miami, and Azealia Banks have all said about things about Nicki relating to the Cardi right? I think Azalea Banks says try to insinuate that Nicki was jealous of Cardi. Well, look and see what's going on. She has no reason to be jealous. JT says she wanted Cardi to take over, and Young Miami said that City Girls is Team Cardi, right? Now Young Miami and Nicki had interactions online. You know that last one that kind of went crazy when Nicki said she wanted to come and sit down with her or whatever. Like that went a little. The perception of the conversation took a turn. But if you want to be honest, nobody is better than anybody. Right. So you just choose to eat up what you want to eat up. And I just want to make that very clear. You choose to eat up JT. You choose to do that because of what? Like, you know, now she got the stamp of approval and she's a spokesperson holding spaces talking about people going to dick eat Nicki and, you know, whatever. If they seen her on these comments, it's just comments and social media ain't real. Was social media real when you said that Cardi should take her place? I won't ever forget that shit, ever. But you can. So listen, this is your boy LaRon Female Rapidly. I hope you have a blessed remainder of your day. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later.